Letter number ocho. Look, it's a picture of your man taking home after Uribe hit that sack fly in the left field. And look at Freddie Sanchez. He's like, yippee! Hey, Sarah, I'm back. So I'm just going to jump in where I left off last time. I left you last Friday, so I'll jump in with Saturday. What did I do on Saturday? Let's check the logbook. Saturday, I went to the mall with Shezna. I had to get some last few components for my costume, but I got it finished. I'm so excited! I watched the Giants beat the Phillies that day, and that was amazing. What else happened? Oh, right! You called me! That was so crazy. I was not expecting that at all. I had no idea you could call my phone, and I almost didn't pick up because it was it started with a 760, and I was thinking, where the hell is that? And I was gonna reject it and send it to voicemail and find out who it was, but I'm so glad I picked it up. Oh, I got to talk to my Sara. And then you got to hear Cody Ross hit that second home run, which you have to admit was pretty badass. Admit it. It was. Sunday morning, I went out to breakfast with Christy and Sierra. I was major league craving waffles, so we went and had waffles. Waffles. So after breakfast, I jammed home because I wanted to watch me some football, because Sunday is football day. Plus, I'm in a football pool with my coworker John and some of his family and another coworker. So every week, there are all the matchups, and you pick which team you think is going to win out of those matchups, and whoever picks the most winners wins the money that week. Well, I picked 10 out of 13 winners on Sunday, but unfortunately, I was tied with my coworker's sister, so it all came down to Monday night, so I didn't get to find out till the next night whether or not I won. And sadly, you know that the Giants lost that day as well. That was rough. So it was tied 1-1 in the series. Tough break. So that brings us to Monday. Monday, let's see. I went to work, snooze. And then after work, I took home one of the kids because I was supposed to babysit for him. And all in all, babysitting went pretty smoothly, except for I had to bribe him to take a shower. So I owe him a bag of Skittles. The best thing about babysitting him, though, is this kid loves sports as much as I do, and he wanted to watch Monday Night Football, and I had to watch Monday Night Football so I could know if I was going to win my money. And this is how it was going to go. The tiebreaker for these things is for the Monday night game, you choose what you think the total amount of points is going to be for that game for both teams. And I chose 30 points. And my coworker's sister, who I was tied with, chose 35. So for me to win, the total amount of points had to be 32 points or lower, and then for her, obviously 30 or higher than 32. Yeah. So we're watching the game. It gets down to 1 minute and 15 seconds in the fourth quarter, and I'm still under. So I'm still in the lead for the money. And then Jonathan changes the channel to check the score on the Rangers game, and we watched that for a while. By the way, the Rangers were smashing the Yankees, and I was loving it. But then we changed the channel back, and the game was over, and they showed the final score. I lost by 1 freaking point. 33 points was the total. I only needed 32 or lower to win, and I freaking lost. Yeah, I'm not upset or anything. So then there's Tuesday, morning shift. Ugh. But the bright side was I was up early enough to where I texted your sister when I got off work, and she did text me back in a fairly timely manner, and I went out to breakfast with her. So that was kind of cool. The only downside of Tuesday was I had to be back to work by 1 o'clock because my boss had to go to a dentist appointment. Well, guess what time the Giants game started on Tuesday? 1 o'clock. Yeah. Well, being the clever girl that I am, when my boss left, I stashed a radio under her desk and was able to listen to the entire game. Oh yeah, I'm that slick. Which takes us to Wednesday. Yet another morning shift. Ugh. After my morning shift, I went grocery shopping. So exciting! After I got home from grocery shopping, I made some more progress with Water for Elephants, which is always good. I'm really liking this book so far, so that's a good thing. Then it was back to work, and I had to find a stealthy way to listen to the beginning of the Giants game because the Giants game started while I was still at work. So we had the radio on under my other boss's desk because I was on the other side of the room, and I had it low enough to where I could hear it over there, but you couldn't really hear it on the other side of the room. Oh yeah, stealthy. After work, I jammed over to McClatchy for some volleyball. Oh yeah. My big sis Rose, she invited me to come watch her game, and unfortunately I only caught the last 12 points of her game, but for a JV squad, her girls are really, really good. I was really impressed. And as you know, I stuck around for the varsity game and ended up chatting with Mr. Warren, which is always fun. I think I already told you about that, but I really enjoyed talking to him. I forgot how well I converse with him, and he was just cracking me up. He's so adorable. The volleyball game was great. It was a total nail biter, really, really stressful, which McClatchy volleyball is always stressful. It's always super close, point for point, sit on the edge of your seat and scream, and that's exactly what I was doing. So I was stressing over the volleyball game while simultaneously stressing over the Giants game because I was getting a play-by-play from my mom via text message. So yeah, by the end of the night, I felt like I had all gray hair and was totally on edge, and then I jumped in the car and raced home to try and catch the last few outs of the Giants game, which I did, even though the whole way home was complete torture because 680 has horrible reception. And now we're at Thursday. Thursday, I woke up, made myself some breakfast, and did a pretty intense weight session, so I was proud of myself, working on my guns. Yeah, working on my guns. I'm still flabby. After I got done with the weights, I took a shower because I got a little smelly, and then I read more of my book. So around 2:30, I headed back to work, and work wasn't too eventful, but right after work, I jammed over to my sister's house because she invited me over for dinner and to watch the Giants game. She was making meatloaf. Come here, come here, come here. It's a loaf made out of meat. Good thing I had the meatloaf to cushion the blow of that painful loss, though. It was hard to watch. It really was. And your man got worked at first base. Pablo made a little bit of an error at third base and threw this ball to first, like, really wide, and Huff had to dive to catch it, and he just belly flopped on the ground. Yeah, it looked like it hurt. He was not happy. I felt really bad for him. Poor Huff. So sadly, that means it's back to Philly. After the game, I came home and read more of my book and then hit the hay. Which brings us to today, which is Friday. Had a morning shift. Came home, ate some yogurt, and then knocked out another weight set. Yes! Then, after I watch the Grey's Anatomy episode that I missed last night and Project Runway, it's back to work. But it's okay, because later, I have a date with a sexy Latin man. Shh. It's my cousin Ramon. Not too sure what the rest of the weekend holds for me besides the Giants game on Saturday, but hopefully it'll be good and not boring. Yeah. All right, hun. Well, that's it for me today. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.